What is up, my intergalactic friends? Welcome back here to another Infinite Galaxy content. In today's video, wow, it's very exciting because we've seen a new picture in here, and what I've been looking at right now in this image is that it seems like there is a Nemesis and there is a Cyclops at the same time. I think it's a Nemesis in here, and there's some comments here from everybody. So they're thinking like, it could be you can use two Flagship now with a combination. So there's going to be a primary flagship and there's going to be a secondary flagship. There's a lot of kind of talks about it. There's some assumptions. So I mean, I kind of assume it's the same thing because it's really interesting in how they're going to do it. One person says this appears to be an option to make better use of purple flagship. As we progress further into the game, higher powered players tend to lose the spark of adventures and yearning. New events access to greatly desired, but there's a lot of speculations in here. I want to know, what is your assumption with this image that Camel Games have released for Infinite Galaxy? It's really intriguing. Imagine if you can do two flagships in one fleet. Let's just talk about this. This is really interesting. What's going to happen with the outfitting slot? Primary flagship should take over, right? It just makes sense. What about the captain? The captain for the primary ship should be the one who takes over as well. And what type of combinations can you do, right? So if you're thinking about a Cyclops, let's say you can do a Cyclops and Artemis because they're going to be the same weapon type. They're going to be both with kinetic. So you can kind of piggyback onto that, and then you can run frigates in as well as cruisers in that sense or in that scenario, right? But what about for farming resources? This is going to be really dope. If they're going to allow this, I'm going to love it. Because we know in Infinite Galaxy, resources is so difficult. So imagine if I can pair up Achilles and as well as Peleus. This is actually a good idea, good thinking from Phoenix. You guys probably don't know him, but he's in our server. He's in our alliance. He's an officer in TIK. But imagine this, right? Peleus going to gather resources in the planet. I'll get 28% bonus. Plus, I'm going to also get 72% bonus for using Peleus and as well as Achilles. Wow. That is insane. That's a lot of resources that you're going to be able to mine from the planet development and from that output. Honestly, it's really good. It's a really interesting idea. But how is this going to shift the metas of everything? I don't know what to say at this moment. I feel like it could be good and I feel like it could be bad as well, because as we know, currently everything is working really fine. You know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I know they're trying to change up with the new battle mechanics in here. They're trying to find a balance because cruisers have been really dominating because they're at the back of the line. There's the meat shield for the frigates. The meat shield is the destroyers, and then the cruisers is the last one. But how is that going to affect in events, though? Right? In events, we know that cruisers will still succeed because they have the longest range. If we look into the ships in here, if we look into range, all right, take a look into this range in here. Okay, so let's take a look at the missile weapon for frigates. The range is 5, and then we'll go to kinetic. Range is 5, right? So laser destroyer range is 12. Range for this one, for the missile, is 11. Now let's take a look into the cruisers. Range is right here. Laser 16. Just giving you just a gist of it, all right? Just showing you the gist of it where the range comes into play. So cruisers have a higher range or longer range, and the thing is, it doesn't really help out in events as well because still the cruisers will still be, be the one to dominate at the end of the day. So how can the Camel Games really balance this out? So this is a challenge for them. Now they did send a mail in here in the system mail right now, as I've seen. They said last month we've made an announcement that we're going to make some optimizations and adjustment to the game's battle mechanics. But since we need more time to tend to analyze the data, the original plan of adjusting the battle mechanics at the end of the last month was delayed until this month. So now they've said that the adjustment work is already close to completion. We will perform 2 updates The specific plan is as follows. They've actually included our server, which is really nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, 15, 21, 22, 30, 40, 46. So we will update the remaining Nebula servers on the July 28th. So it's a huge update from them in the the next 2 days in here. So what do you guys think about this though? What if they really make your 2 flagships in 1 fleet? Like, that's going to change a lot of metas, and at the same time it can be good, because I say it's good because now I can, like, if it was for me, I'll be able to like save up on my materials in here for gears. Now, right now we have to like create a lot of this gear on every single flagship. But if they combine, hypothetically, let's just do a combine of Hades and Odysseus in here, plus the captain. I mean, you can save the captain for something else. Imagine that. It's not a bad idea, actually. So with my Odysseus, which I haven't really worked on to my Odysseus yet, I'm just trying to level him up. But imagine that if Odysseus can pair up with Hades. Oh, imagine improving laser weapon attack, increase fleet leadership, and I get some bonus in here. So destroyer attack frigates bonus. Oh, that's insane. And then also, if I'm going to war, right, my ratio of losses is going to be converted to severely damaged ships, and the repair warship after battle coefficient will be 9.9%. So you have to kind of read the description to understand that a little bit in here. We'll talk about in a different video to kind of deep dive down into detail on the Odysseus. But imagine this though: total warship attack, total warship armor, working with Hades in here, and oh my god, this is gonna be an unstoppable, like a destroyer setup in here would be really amazing. And not just that, like I can set up some cruisers in here as well that would will have some benefit in here. Cruiser attacks destroyer bonus. Remember when you remember what the new mechanics that they're doing, what they say is that destroyer will attack destroyer first before destroyer attacks cruiser, before destroyer attacks frigates, before it will attack the what is weakest, which is from the cruisers. So imagine if we have cruisers in here, the cruisers will fight the other cruisers right away, protecting your destroyers as well. I think it's just going to be very interesting. I'm really excited for the update. There's a lot of things that's going to be very interesting in here. Another thing that is very interesting that's going to happen is that the stacking, this seems like it's more of a solo fighter. It seems like this update, right? It's for those players who are going to be doing one-on-one situations, because we know when you do a stack or a rally, that every single player that joins that stack or rally is participating. So the flagship really is, the changes and setup for that will not really make a big effect when it comes to stacking. Is really just more for like individual accolades and individual performance. So there's a lot of changes in here that is coming. I'm not sure what else is their plan. We're also we've also talked about the cross-server, cross-alliance battles in here. They want to make it smooth so that the transition will be great. This is the foundation to when we're trying to get more players eventually. So I hope that Camel Games make it right, in the sense of it's going to be good, that everybody's going to be happy. There's always going to be players that are going to be upset about changes that what Camel Games is going to do. That is part of the developmental part, part of the development of the game. So make sure that if you guys are unhappy of the update, let us know in the comment section below, and I'll push it to them. And another thing as well, use the help and support feature feedback and give them a piece of your mind, right? Let's collect this. Oh wow, there's a crew training course. By the way, if you see this video today, check this out. If you're a spender, definitely go and get this. This is a good bundle. Another great bundle for resources. This is also a good bundle for resources. But really, if you can just make a farm account, you can just deal with that. But this is going to be a little bit harder to obtain. So getting the crew XP is really, really good. So I've mentioned about the captain, right? So you can definitely invest in really nice captains, and you don't have to spread too thin. with the assumption that we're thinking about one fleet with two flagship, one fleet with two flagship, let's say, like I said, like we have Hades in here with Molly Mayer, and then with, if we do two ships in there with Odysseus, then I would definitely benefit, because laser attack as well would benefit the flagship, right? So it's going to be really nice. And, I don't have to split things out. You know what? Honestly, I've been thinking about this now. It actually won't even matter much. The captain won't even matter much. But how about this? How about leadership? Now you're going to combine two of these levels. Hypothetically, I would assume you would combine the leadership. Gonna be just like the Lost Cluster event, where you combine the two leadership, you can able to bring more. So it's gonna be very interesting if they're gonna do that, or is it only going to be based on the main ship on the leadership? Very interesting, right? What if you can even have two captains in the fleet? The main ship and the second ship will have captains. So that's going to be insane. Let's say Hades here with Molly Mayer. When I have Odysseus in here with Robbie Sonny Nicholas, is going to give me armor for the warship. But then the question is, will they also start to include the outfitting slot? Now I have to invest also in the outfitting slot, and that's going to make things very OP. And how is this going to balance out for free-to-play players against whales? So that might also become a big disadvantage for free-to-play player. And you don't want to destroy the free-to-play player, because they're the most important players in the game. Free-to-play players, there's more free-to-play players than the whales, but the whales are essential as well in the game, because they support the game, with the development as well, and also makes your server stronger and your alliance stronger having whales. So they need to find a balance with the synergy between these two, and I'm just not so sure what their plan is. So feel free to voice out your opinion in the comment section below. We do get a little bit here and there information from there, but I was totally shocked when they did a kind of like a teaser here with this image. So I'm so confused at this moment what's going to happen next. But I'm excited, because I know Camel Games is just definitely striving to improve and make the game better, and have fun here for us. And we're just going to have fun and really enjoy the battles and wars that are going to come up with the cross-alliance server. I'm excited for that. We're 100% sure that is going to happen. Anyway, my intergalactic friends, let us know what you think. I will see you again next time.